Well, I mean, I think the first thing when you're going to say someone's healthy, you can't look at the person and make that determination. At its core, you can't just look at somebody and say, well, they're skinny, they must be healthy, or they're fat and they must not be healthy. Like, that's just, at its core, that's just wrong. So just that is one of the biggest misconceptions, I think, of health alone. And then I think even activity level. I mean, there's some people that are running on straight caffeine. It doesn't mean that they're healthy. They're at the gym at 5, they stay out till 10, they barely sleep, and they may even look like they're in good shape, but like they're a metabolic disaster on the inside because their body is running on nothing. There's so many different things, so like you got to take a lot of that into account. I think true health is going to be how much inflammation you really have in your body. I mean, ultimately what it comes down to is, are you inflamed or are you not inflamed? And it's very easy to measure. What kind of sugar levels are you holding, or a fasting glucose level? What's your A1C? Are these things going to be outside the normal range? And I would argue the normal range is not what you're going to see on your lab slip. The lab slips, normal ranges are usually skewed in the direction of the unhealthy, because they are the average of who goes there. If your doctor tells you that you're within the range, but you're at the top end or the bottom end, chances are you're probably outside the range, because the range has been skewed in one direction or the other by an unhealthy population that has to keep giving the blood test to keep seeing what the range is. When you look at health in and of itself, I tell people, activity level has to be taken in, your inflammation level has to be taken in. What are you doing for your brain? Like, what are you doing for mindfulness? What are you doing for gratitude? What are you doing for your overall mental health? Because I don't care if you have physical health, and I don't care if you have the ability to have lower inflammation, maybe you're active, but if you're a disaster inside of your head, that's what's running everything. You have to have good mental health as well. So like true health in and of itself, I think needs to be focused inward. It can't be that I'm not exhibiting a symptom. A lack of symptoms doesn't mean you're healthy. So I think when you take into what true health is, you need to be looking at metabolic health. You need to be looking at brain health. You need to be looking at activity level. And then I think at the end of it, we need to be looking at relationships. Like relationships in and of itself, you need to have some, and I'm not saying they need to be intimate relationships, but just good foundational relationships, whether it's family, friends, whatever, but you got to have those in your life too to be able to really be truly healthy.